I'm going to be breaking it down on my computer. I'm going to be showing you some examples of just different YouTube channels who are using the format and the business model. So you can kind of look at those channels yourself and figure out, okay, like how can I fit myself into this business model? And you get a better idea of what they are doing at the top level so you can figure out exactly how it works. Okay, so the first channel I'm going to be showing you guys is a channel called Looper. Now Looper has a channel that pretty much breaks it all down for you. And if you go ahead, and I recommend on your own time also watching some of these videos on your own time, but I'll show you like a clip of just how their video works and how it kind of functions on like the format style.
Hard as it may be to believe, nearly a decade has passed since Steve Carell uttered his churlish last words and walked away from his role as Michael Scott, a small screen character that made him a household name. But why?
Looking at that clip, you can tell that there's two major things you kind of want to pay attention to. The first thing is that they obviously do not have a face on the actual video. If you listen to the actual video or you look at the video, there's no actual personality. There's nobody like me talking to a camera, talking about whatever the video idea is about. None of that is happening. So the next thing you want to look at and pay attention to on top of that is realize that there is a decent amount of editing production that does go into it behind the scenes. However, I want you to realize that a whole team is working on that piece of content. So I don't want you to feel overwhelmed as if you have to eventually make that content right off the bat. You don't have to make that style or format of content right off the bat at that level of production. But ultimately the goal is one day to get to that level of production by hiring a team and by kind of outsourcing it. Now for some of you who don't have over $2,000 per month, obviously outsourcing the entire production on daily uploads per month is going to be very difficult, especially if you're trying to get that standard and format that these people like Looper, this one channel, is pulling off. So don't worry, realize that you'll end up starting small and you'll end up working your way up. So pretty much in a nutshell, like I was saying, Looper is hiring an entire team to help create the production side of that video. Now the person, the actual CEO, the owner of the YouTube channel Looper, that person doesn't even touch the YouTube channels. Looper is at a point now where they're paying so much money to the people who create the content for them and the managers who manage that content that the actual owner doesn't have to do anything. And so ultimately that's the goal. The goal is that you are that owner one day. The goal is that one day you'll build up these channels that produces you passive income over a period of time because you're hiring a team to do most of the work for you, and then you end up becoming that owner who doesn't have to do anything but still checks the checks. And honestly, that's the dream income. That's the dream job, is to be able to make money while you sleep for honestly work that you didn't really have to put in. So that's kind of in a nutshell how the business model works. Now you may be asking another thing, which is, well, how does these YouTube videos make money? Well, one of the major ways this type of YouTube channel, Looper, that I'm giving you an example of, the way they make their money is by having ads at the very beginning, middle, or end of their YouTube videos. Now these are called YouTube ads. Now the thing about YouTube ads is you can enable it on your YouTube videos, and then YouTube ends up paying you based on how many people watched that video and clicked on the ad. Now let me explain kind of what you can expect when it comes down to money wise. Now it varies on how much money you can make, but let's just say for an example, you have a channel in the sport niche and you have a channel in the movie niche. So these two different niches will make you different types of money. So the main thing you want to pay attention to is a definition called CPM. So CPM, what it means is every 1,000 views, how much you make for that 1,000 views. So here's an example. 1,000 views, on average, you can expect to make $2 to $3 minimum, usually around that amount, every 1,000 views. So that means you have a $3 CPM if you're making $3 every 1,000 views. So let me give you an example. The sport niche and the movie niche. So the sport niche is sometimes a $3 to $4, depending on how good your content is. The movie niche, it can be usually more. It can sometimes be a $4 or $5 CPM. So that means every 1,000 views, you can expect $5 possibly being made on the movie niche if you have your channel around that niche. And if you have a channel around the sport niche, you could be possibly making $3 to $4 every 1,000 views on that channel. So that kind of gives you a rough idea. Every niche is different on how much you can make for the CPM wise. Now, here's what it makes the entire YouTube automation thing amazing. Obviously, A, the fact that you're hiring someone to do all the work for you, so that allows you to free up your time to focus on important things and make more money. But also B, the most important thing that you want to pay attention to and realize is that your YouTube videos that you post actually makes money long into the future. So here's an example. Let's say you post a YouTube video and a year later, it's still getting views. That's how it sometimes works. If that video actually goes viral, it will still sometimes get views even a year later. And when that happens, you're making passive income from a video that you made so long ago. It's practically digital real estate. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you an example on my computer. I'm gonna break down just some videos that are making me money that I made a long time ago. So let me go ahead and show you. You guys can see over here, if I click on here, it'll show some of my analytics and everything. So look, right over here, you guys can see actors Marvel had to fire for serious reasons. I posted this video all the way back in December 11th, 2019, right? And you go to the analytics of this, right? And you can see that we made, if I go and select last 28 days, you can see that we're still making over $30 per day on this video from something that we posted so long ago. It was like 4 months ago almost. So it's something like that. We're still making $30 off of it a day. Now, that's not even the best part. There's another video that actually is performing even better. So this video that we published all the way back in May 12th, 2019 is still getting views today. Let me see how much money it's making. If we go back and select last 28 days, it is still producing me over $15 a day, and sometimes on the high end, $30 a day from a video that I made literally a year ago. That's how this business model works. You put some time into some video content, you post that video content, and if it goes viral, it will end up accumulating a lot of money over time, even long into the future. And that is how you create passive income. Now, before I end this video off, I want to first let you guys know that you need to check out the top 25 profitable YouTube niches that I actually have in this course. It's a list of different niches that you can check out. Of those niches, I have linked some YouTube channels who are applying the exact same business model, so you can kind of understand what they are doing to understand how the business model fully works and the format of content that they're doing. But in a nutshell, that's pretty much how YouTube automation works. In this entire course, I'll break down everything you need to know on how to make it work for you. So thank you so much for taking time to watch this video. I'll go ahead and see you in the next course video.